Alright, what's up everybody? This video we're going to be checking out every new evolved One Piece unit from the One Piece update, Anime Last Stand. So first up we have the Shanks Evo, Red Pirate Conqueror. Thank you to Toasty123 for showcasing this one. Glitch, Glorious, Triple S, everything. Looks like crit skill tree, and no soul, no godly lead. So, pretty cool unit here, pretty much the max investment for Shanks. We have on placement for 1k, he's doing 3.08 mil with some sort of buff on. I'm not sure if that's from Idle maybe, if you guys want to throw that off, but he does have the stun effect on placement, Circular AoE Hybrid. He does have the passive Confusion. Red Pirate Stun has a special property, a 10% chance to rewind enemies for 5 seconds after the stun ends, okay? With a 60-second cooldown per enemy. You have every 50 enemies rewinded, he's going to inflict Daze, which is actually pretty good. Daze is like, I think only 2 other units have Daze right now in the entire game. He's going to gain damage and range, and increase walk back chance by 1% up to a maximum of 10% additional, with a 100-second global cooldown. Okay, so kind of like a rewinding stun, which is pretty cool. And then Aura, you can see a little red circle around him by the way, and there's the cosmetic on Toasty Boy. So Aura passive, when enemies enter 35% of his range, there's a red circle here, they're going to take 25% more damage from, and crit damage from Red Pirate, and gain 15% base crit chance against the enemies within the radius, and stuns last 1.5 seconds longer. Okay, so he's kind of like a stun support unit. I mean, his damage isn't that bad for 1k placement. We'll check it out though, and see the other upgrades. But so far looking more like a support, not that bad. Okay. Damage going up. Violent Rupture upgrade 5, he now becomes a pretty huge line AoE. Nice, okay. Like the effect on that too. Pretty cool. I'm gonna keep going here. Looks like he's gonna gain an ability on upgrade 7. That's interesting. Okay, Conquering Aura. Deals 5 times damage in range, applies stun in range. Stun lasts twice as long as a normal stun. Has a 50% chance to rewind enemies when it ends. Gains 30% range and damage for 30 seconds. Okay. Want to use that right now? Let's just see that real quick. Conquering Aura. Should have an animation on if it has one, which looks like it does not. Okay. Let's keep going. I mean, so far the damage is looking really good. Look at that, with the 30% buff as well from the ability. He's almost doing a billion right now. Divine Departure, upgrade 11. He's now Circle AoE, okay, so no full AoE Shanks anymore. Keep going, 300k and 250k. He's doing 1.6 bill every 7.77 seconds, and we have 86.6 range Circle AoE. We should have a new ability, the Conqueror of All. I'm not sure how we unlock that. Like, how do we get the Conqueror of All ability? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Is there a requirement? What kind of okay, I'm gonna pause the recording for now. I'll come back when we actually figure out what this is. But so far, I mean, he's looking good. His damage is good. His passives are cool. But I don't know. Alright, here we go. We got the Conqueror of All ability. I'm pretty sure that was from using the first ability 5 times, apparently. Either that or getting like 100 million total damage or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. Gained after using the Conquering Aura 5 times. Upon activation, time stop the entire map for 30 seconds. Deal 50% of the current damage every second. So 1.6 billion, half of that. Enemies take plus 25% critical damage. Once the time stop ends, deal 500 billion damage, 50% chance to rewind enemies for 30 seconds, and apply Despair for 20 seconds. Okay. So kind of like a nuke, time stop, and yeah, rewind as well, kind of everything. I want to use it. Check it out here. Conqueror of All, does it have an animation? No? I have animations on, right? I shouldn't have them disabled, they should be on, we don't have anything. Okay. Well, there's the Conqueror of All. Overall, mostly a support unit it looks like, kind of like a rewind and installer, but his damage isn't that bad either. Thank you again, Toasty Boy, for showcasing Shanks. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to Blue Admiral, Ice Age. This is Aokiji Evo, so old unit Blue Admiral. We have an evolution for him. Thank you to AgentR for showcasing this one with Glitch and Mystical. No skill tree, no soul, and no godly buff. To get my attack animation on real quick. Here we go. So placement cost of 2k. He's a line AoE doing 5.98 mil or 6.1 seconds with the Blizzard effect as well. Blizzard doing 11.3, not that bad. He's actually hybrid. The range is pretty tragic, but if you went like crit skill tree, you could have more range obviously. Okay, Defrost. Upon gaining this passive, Defrost bar is maxed out. 500 Defrost stacks. Wait, what? Okay, so it starts off with 500. It goes down for every 2 enemies affected by Blizzard or Freeze. Okay. Once the Defrost bar reaches 0, he's going to gain 2 Defrost stacks every second. Defrost thresholds. Okay, so he's like kind of spending this as he freezes, and he's gonna gain different buffs at different times. Okay, kind of weird. Okay, 500 to 300, so the first like few minutes of it. Plus 2-second freeze duration, 50% damage after melt, plus 50% damage to frozen enemies. 299 to 100, so the next half of it, freeze duration, extra 1 second, 20% damage after melt, 50% damage to frozen enemies. And finally, 99 to 0 when he's about to run out, 10% damage extra after melt, 25% damage to frozen enemies, and blizzard becomes freeze. Okay, so as this goes on, he's going to get worse. So he starts off actually stronger on placement, and he's going to get nerfed over time as that defrost bar goes down every attack. Okay. Kinda interesting. Almost reminds me of like Vegito Blue back in the day. The Vegito Blue Evo that would kind of get nerfed after you would upgrade him. Alright. I'm gonna upgrade, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, check him out. Chilling Cluster, upgrade 7. Once we get there. So far the damage isn't that bad. Chilling Cluster, here we go. Circle AoE. He is still Blizzard for now. Until that defrost bar runs out, I'm guessing. Blizzard doing 602 right now. Here we go, okay. Ice Scatter, upgrade 12. He's gonna become a Circle AoE still. Nothing crazy yet, but Ice Age ability, upgrade 14. Alright. Upgrade. Max out when ready. Here we go. Ice Age, okay. Deals 25, 100% damage in range, so 25 times his damage. Okay, so this would be doing like 2.5 billion, I think. Maybe? Am I tweaking? 25 times 100 mil. Yeah, that's not that good. That really is not that good. Freezes all enemies on the map for current SPA times 5 seconds, so 50. Okay, that's a 50 second freeze actually. After freeze ends, deal 10% damage per second, enemies are frozen. Okay. So, oh, I'm falling out of the map. Okay, what happened? Oh. Okay. So he's kind of like a freeze unit. That ability's not really good for its damage. It's only doing a few billion, but okay. I'll use ability. Check it out here, Ice Age. Oh, did I have animations off? I might have been throwing. Okay, well, Ice Age, just a map freeze. Kind of a scuff showcase that time, but it's okay. Yeah, I had animations off, sorry. But, I mean, damage-wise, for Ghost and Mystical, it's not that bad, but it's also not that great. And then, Ice Age, just kind of a freeze. I don't know, could be good for stalling, but that's about all. Thank you again, AgentR, for showcasing this one. He does have the blessing on, I think, with that little jacket and aura. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty okay unit as a freeze guy, I guess. I forgot to mention, by the way, he gained the passive upgrade 3, Ice Bird. On hitting an enemy, 20% chance to apply Brittle, which is a new effect, I guess. Consumable stats effect can only be activated once an ice-related dot hits the enemy. Next ice-related dot's freeze duration will gain 1 second and 100% melt damage. So, a little bit of a freeze buff. Gains on an upgrade 3. Nothing crazy, but it does make him a little bit better, I guess, kind of. I don't know, a little bit RNG on that anyway. But there's Aokiji. Moving on to Yamato, or Kozuki Kitsune. Thank you, either Chara or Kara, for letting us showcase this one. With Glitched and Mastery, so pretty good. Apparently, he's going to be no Godly Lead, no, sorry, Shinra Godly Lead, no Soul, double S, triple S, double S stats, max level, and I'm guessing no skill tree, because she just came out. So she's doing on placement for 2k, she has Bolt, doesn't show the number, but she's doing 1.39 mil every 1.5. She does have the passives Dual Fruits. Upon placement, 50% chance to permanently enter either the Ice Fruit or Lightning Fruit form. If your team has more Water Element units, 100% chance to enter Ice Fruit. If your team has more Light Element units, 100% chance to enter Lightning Fruit. Okay. Lightning Fruit is the full effect and changes her stats based on that, okay? Every minute she's in Bolt, every minute she applies a Bolt, she's going to deal 300% of her damage, apply Bolt with that damage. Huh. That's kind of weird. Okay, so every like minute that she has applied worth of Bolt, she's going to do a mini nuke and have a chance to apply Plasma. Okay. Ice Root form. Gain 25% damage, so changing her stats here, depending on the form she's in. She's going to gain Blizzard, so she can go into Blizzard mode. For every minute she's applied Blizzard on someone, she's going to deal damage, kind of like a mini nuke, and also deal extra damage when Blizzard melts. Okay. So, 2 different forms apparently, and both of them are pretty alright so far. Check out the upgrades here. Thank you to Chara again, showcasing this one. She has Water and doing okay damage on placement. I'm not sure why she's nerfed though. It's kind of weird. Is that because she's in Bolt mode? Yeah. Here we go. Okay, Frost Breath, upgrade 6 here. Line AoE. Any new passives? Nope. Nothing. So is that her entire gimmick? Is just changing forms? It looks like she doesn't gain an ability. Okay, Divine Serpent, upgrade 10. Line AoE, 139 mil. I mean, with Bolt doing 120% plus the 50% extra, if she has the right SPA, which she does, it's not that bad. 259 every 1.9, okay. Oh man, these numbers look pretty brutal, pretty bad. You're gonna have to do the number on the, like the math on the Ice Fruit form probably, because we are not gonna rerun the Infinite with like a water team and check it out, sorry, we trying to speedrun these showcases, but I mean, the Bolt form, not that crazy, like good for raw DPSing, because I mean, Bolt is gonna do a lot more damage than just the 250 mil, keep that in mind, but I don't know, you gotta run the right team for Bolt to really be viable, and overall, just kind of alright. Thank you again, Chara, Garp, for showcasing this one. I don't know, this one's not too crazy. Next up, we have Fire Pirate Pillar, or Ace here, with Avatar and Glorious. I think he has double S damage, triple S range, double S SPA. Looks like no skill tree, level 85. Thank you to Joe Bartolozzi for showcasing, or ItShark EX. Appreciate it, sir. So on placement we have for 1.2k, 1.25k. He's doing 1.53 mil with burn every 4.25 seconds. He is a hill unit with a circle AoE, and that effect is kind of crazy. He's shooting out like green stuff that kind of lags my game, but I'll just kind of zoom out for a while. I do have ability animations on this time, okay? Check him out here. He has the passives on placement. Pillar Flame, Pillar of Flames. If 10 or more enemies in range are affected by burn, do 25% damage per... wait, what? 25% damage per burning enemy? So is he like dealing extra burn damage with that actually? Hold on. I don't know what that really means. Deal 25% damage per burning enemy. Okay. Apply Sunburn based on the accumulated damage. And then this passive has a 60-second cooldown. Okay. So he's gonna have like a different type of burn, I guess, on top of burn with that passive. We're gonna try and like get him upgraded quick, because stream viewers are saying my stream is lagging with this attack animation. Alright, here we go. 0.64, 7.17. He does have Sunburn and Burn right now. Flame Fist on upgrade 5, Circle AoE, doing 57.3. New animation. Okay, stream chat, we should be saved, right? No more lag? I hope. Fire Control. After applying burning to 150 enemies, gain Sunburn. Attacking enemy affected by burn. Any burn type dot to 25. Okay. So he's just like kind of scaling off of how many times he can apply burn. When he applies it a bunch, he's going to have like a different type of burn on top of it. And he's also going to have also extra damage to burning enemies, I guess. Okay. He does have Sunburn as well, which we can see right there. Sunburn's doing 175%. Keep going here. Says I don't have money, but other showcaser guy does. Scorching Supernova, upgrade 10. Still Circle AoE, okay. I feel like every unit this update is Circle AoE right now, but okay, he's doing 585 mil for 7.8 seconds. That effect is pretty cool. And he has Burn doing 703 mil, and Sunburn, which we can't see the number, but I estimate it's doing like, I want to say like almost 1 billion, almost, kind of. Not bad, it's not bad. He's kind of gimmicky, you need like other burn units with him to be really good, otherwise you kind of want him to be applying burn as often as you can. But he's not bad, I think he's actually pretty good. Sunburn on its own is like pretty good for supporting anyway. I don't know, let me know what you think about this guy. Stream chat is kind of mixed reviews on this one, I'm not sure. But thank you again, Joe Bartolozzi, or ItShark, showcasing this one. He's alright. Next up, we're checking out Gerp Impact. Garp, thanks to my clanmate LeBron James, or Bama, for showcasing this guy. So apparently triple S everything, crit damage skill tree, crit tree, pushing glorious, and then guessing no godly lead or soul. But placement cost of 3k, he's doing 15.4 mil or 4.46. He does have something kind of tinkering with his stats there, passive of some kind. Okay. Oh no, we have a lot to read. Okay, it's gonna be a lot. Alright, Galaxy Breaker. Every 20th enemy that enters his range, he's gonna deal 25% damage per second for 10 seconds, 250% total damage, 40% per second if armament power is active. Okay. He's got like a Cosmic Dust Storm type of thing. After the final second, deals an additional 1.5 times damage to enemies in range and applies crippled. 3 times armament power is active. It's a little mini nuke afterwards. If the 20th enemy survives, okay, you have to count your enemies. Keep in mind when the 20th one goes in his range, he's going to gain the following buffs: cripple, crit damage, and range, which is pretty good. Okay. Restrictive power. Garp's crit chance cannot exceed 15%. Oh. Because of this, he has a base crit damage of 200%. Okay, so he's kind of like guaranteed to not have a high chance of critting, but does a lot more damage when he does. Okay. Whenever Garp uses one of his abilities, he gains the following buff for 20 seconds. Applies stun. Initial effect. Gains 100% crit damage, 25% range. Reduces SPA by 15%. So whenever he uses an ability, he's going to buff himself up. He's also going to instantly activate the Galaxy Breaker, regardless of the 20 enemy entering his range or not. And then finally we have Armament Power. Every 20 enemies, again you have to count them, to enter his range, he's going to grant the following buffs for 30 seconds. Reduces his ability cooldown by 5% with the initial effect. Gains 10% damage and 50% crit damage. Has a 60-second cooldown. Okay, so he's going to buff himself over time. He's just going to be buffing. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff here. Very interesting unit. If you want to upgrade him here and check him out, thank you again Bama for showcasing. So circle area and placement, there's the effect on that. Upgrade time finally. Alright, check him out here. Concavity, upgrade 4. Becomes still circle AoE. New attack animation though, I think, maybe. Upgrade 7. No, upgrade 6, he's going to gain Cannon Shot. New ability. Cannon Shot, here we go. Deals 5 times damage to enemies in AoE, applies detonation, applies crippled, 10% chance to critically strike, dealing 100% extra damage. If the ability crits, it reduces the cooldown of the next use of Cannon Shot by 10 seconds. Okay. 100-second cooldown of a little nuke, I guess. So far, pretty cheap, I think. 100k total to get to this ability. I want to use. See right here, should have an animation, maybe? No, it doesn't look like it did. I don't have it disabled, do I? I don't. Okay, so it should have been there if he has one, but I don't think it does. Okay, let's keep going. Keep going. Divine Sunder, upgrade 10. Keep going. Here we go. Divine Sunderer, upgrade 10. Line AoE, doing almost 2 billion damage, I think. I saw that right there, 2 billion. Every 8.92 seconds, okay. Yeah, whenever he gets buffed up, he's doing 2.15, 2.69 now, 2.85. Finally, we max him out for Glorious Nebula ability, doing 3.17, 2.68, every 8.92 seconds, 450% crit damage. I mean, that's a lot of raw damage there. It's a lot of raw damage. He's got crit damage as well. Of course, the inconsistent crit is kind of weird. You don't want to run him on crit, maybe. Like, crit tree is going to get a lot of wasted value out of the crit chance not applying. I don't know. But, I mean, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of damage for no damage tree. Keep that in mind. Glorious Nebula here. Upon activation, gains 1000% damage for one attack. Deal 200% of the buff damage every 0.5 seconds for 30 seconds. Okay. 12,000% total damage. After the 30 seconds of taking damage, he does an additional 1000% damage based on the original buff damage. Okay. So he's going to gain 10 times his damage for a little bit for one attack. He's going to deal 2 times that every 0.5 seconds for 30 seconds. So like 60 times, 2 times that. So yeah, 120 times. This is crazy. There's a lot going on here, but pretty much just a really strong nuke. Want to use it? Big one. Here we go. Glorious Nebula. Does it have an animation? Nope, looks like no abilities this time have an animation, but you saw the number there? That was crazy. Might have to rewind it. I didn't even see it, but I saw it for a second. That was a lot. That was a lot of damage on him. Okay, so pretty strong raw damage nuker. You're gonna have to rewind that if you want to see it. That was a lot when he got buffed up from that ability. Pretty crazy. Thank you again, Bama, for showcasing this guy, LeBron James. I mean, my chat saying that was 27.3 when he got buffed, like 30 billion. So that's a lot. That's a lot of raw damage. Pretty strong, I'd say. And total cost of like 1.6 mil. So a little bit expensive, but not that bad. Finally, we're checking out Mihawk, Hawkeye, greatest swordsman. Thank you to Kunaru for showcasing this one. So apparently triple S everything, no skill tree, Glitch and Glorious, and then no Godly Lead, no soul. We have 2.21 mil or 4.92. Placement cost of 750 is a hill unit. Line AoE. Okay, pretty cool animation. Passes, what do we got? Hawkeyes. Every attack always damages the strongest enemy in range, even if not within the AoE. So, kind of like, who had that back in the day? I think that was Goku after the rework, right? Godly Goku after rework has that, maybe? 25% extra damage base, 25% crit chance against the strongest enemy. So kind of a boss killer, extra damage to bosses. Bonus damage based on the distance between Mihawk and the enemy, so if he's far away, he does more damage. Pretty cool, actually. Greatest Swordsman. Every 5 critical hits applies bleed on the next attack. Gains 25% range for 15 seconds. Attacking enemies increase base crit chance and crit damage based on the number of debuff. Okay. So he's going to apply bleed every 5 crits. Okay, so you want to get lucky with crits. Oh, okay, and then if they have a bunch of debuffs on them, he's gonna gain extra crit chance and crit damage on them. Okay, so you want to run them with debuffers like, I don't know, a bunch of slowdown, bunch of damage over time stuff. Pretty interesting, actually. Very interesting unit. Could have really high DPS, maybe, with the crit build. I'm not sure. Check out what he's going to do on final upgrade, though. Keep going. So far, pretty cheap. 2k, 4k, 11k, 22k. Okay, upgrade 5. New attack, threefold crescent slash. Still a line AoE. New animation, though. Looks like it might lag my game a little bit, so we're going to try and keep going here. No new passives that we can see. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. 1000 slashes, upgrade 10. Still a line AoE. New animation, pretty cool. Blue attack there. And looks like still no new passive, so might as well close that now. Keep going. It's in 1.02 or 5.62. I mean, no new passives as well, no ability or anything. It's kind of a raw DPS unit. And if you run them with like a bunch of debuffers, for example, and they're far away in his range, like they're far, you place him at the best spot, I mean, he's doing good damage. If you apply like all the multipliers on this stuff and this stuff, he can do a lot because he's doing 1 bill every 5. And he does also have not the most expensive upgrades, he's only like a total of 1 mil, not even. So if you run him with the right team, pretty good. I would say actually very strong. Thank you again to Kunaru for showcasing this one. And that should be the final showcase of the update. So there's every unit from the One Piece update of Anime Last Stand. This was recorded live, so if it sounds like I'm talking to someone, or talking to stream chat, you know, I'm streaming, so maybe come hang out next time. Anyways, let me know what you think about the units in the comments down below. These are definitely pretty interesting sometimes. Some of them, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.